4.
I had some very deep conversations with them actually about the use of drugs and stuff like that.
It's Frederick Alphonse.
And there's very few bands around anymore. I think you two are a good band. I think we're a band. But in the accepted sense of the word, there's very few bands left. And I think Zeppelin were the finest. He's another one that's I admire for his peace of mind, having been through all the excesses that Zeppelin went through. I brought 3 records at the same time. There was Gene Genie by David Bowie, and Jeepster by T-Rex, and Ernie by Benny Hill. I'm ashamed to say.
I still believe in God, but God no longer believes in me.
There's a crystal view from my window, and I can see the years to come.
I was brought up with the radio and things in the 60s and the Beatles and things like that, the Rolling Stones. But seriously, when I was about 14 or 15, after seeing Mark Bolan on Top of the Pops, that certainly changed my life. He just had a lot of charisma and style, and the way he held the guitar was pure genius. And someone that can write the line, have you ever seen a woman coming into New York City with a frog in her hand, is, yeah, it's a stroke of genius. TRex in 1977, just before he died, at Bristol Colston Hall. There wasn't that many there, but it was brilliant. He just came on stage and he had it. He was a star. He had this aura that was wonderful.
What did you feel like when he died?
I cried. You know, I can remember that very vividly. I was at work. I was cleaning kettles at the time, and it was sad. It was like, in a way, losing your innocence, because you were brought up with these people, and even though you never met them, you felt that you knew them through the power of music, and then all of a sudden he wasn't there. It was like your childhood was over. It was quite frightening. I met Iggy Pop last summer. We did a few shows with him in Europe, and got on very well with him. It was a good bond grew between us. Actually, it gave him a present in the end, which was nice. I wonder if he still got it. But yeah, he was wonderful. I mean, he's such a nice, pleasant man, which is probably not what you expect when you see him live. He's very energetic, but he's got so much peace of mind. He introduced himself to me, actually. I felt this tap on my back, so I turned around and he said, "Hi, you're Wayne, aren't you? I'm Jim." I sort of made me very happy. He said, "I've got your record." I was very chuffed about it.
Had he been one of your idols for a long time?
Yeah, yes, from a long time. I first saw him back in '75, I think, Bristol Colston Hall again. That was, he put the fear of God into me, actually. I was only about third or second row. And he can be very intimidating on stage, and I don't think I've ever quite got over that show.
I am the passenger, and I ride through the city's backsides. I see the stars come out of the sky. Yeah, the bright and hollow sky. You know, it looks so good tonight.
Jim Morrison was somebody that completely immersed himself in his performance, and that is a very difficult thing to do, and it's very rare. And that there was something perversely appealing about the way he lived his life. That's not to say that I would condone it or advocate it for anybody else, but no, he was a performer, a true performer.
That I would be a liar if I were to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Trying to we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
Led Zeppelin, in my opinion, the finest band ever. I mean, they were a real band in the sense that they went out and toured, and the records so obviously were the work of a band. I think the band was greater than any of the individuals, and there's very few bands around anymore. I think U2 are a good band. I think we're a band, but in the accepted sense of the word, there's very few bands left, and I think Zeppelin were the finest.
Jones has actually produced your LP. How did you get a contact and approach him?
I think there was somebody playing Cupid for us, actually. And the first time I met him was when we played Ellen Road with U2. He came up for that show, and we were pretty awful. But I think he saw there was some good in us, and he wanted to do the LP. So it was something that would either work really well or not at all, because he's had very little experience in producing. But as it worked out, it was wonderful. He's another one that's I admire for his peace of mind, having been through all the excesses that Zeppelin went through. He's a wonderful person. I had some very deep conversations with them actually about the use of drugs and stuff like that, and to the extent that I've now given up, or yeah, as good as. And when you're working in the studio, everything has to be very on the ball. You know, I think, and you can't allow for your perspective to be changed that much. You have to be really together, and drugs don't allow you to do that. And so that's one thing I learned from him. I think performing is something that's very natural, yes. I don't think it's something that you can really develop. You've either got it or you haven't. And all the people that I've talked about, I believe that they had it. And that's probably their biggest appeal to me. It's the fact that they were performers, first and foremost.
You raise me up.